So today, the overall stock market got obliterated. Uranium got pulled down with it, but some very bullish things that we're going to go over today. Kazatomprom, the world's largest uranium producer, their output numbers for production in 2024 is actually going down from 20% to 10%. There are a lot of bullish things about that. We'll talk about that. Less pounds coming. We'll also talk about how uranium stocks in the last 1 year are up 6 to 133% versus the Nasdaq stocks, the top stocks, are down 40 to 90%. And also give an update on the uranium bills. And we'll talk about the fall refueling cycle and some things that I expect to happen. So you guys almost got the 1,000 likes on the last video. Let's get 1,000 on this one. We were at like 700 and something. I'm trying to get these videos out sooner now. I want you to give me your like number, and are you day and swing trading uranium, long-term holder overall in your portfolio? I did a poll and I'm gonna show you guys that poll, what majority of people are doing, and it might surprise you. So give me your like number below, and also just simply say if you're a day trader, a swing trader in uranium, or if you're holding just 100% cash like a lot of us have been doing, or if you're a long-term holder in uranium. And don't forget to do that below. Now, the first really bullish thing that we've seen today for the overall market, and unfortunately came on a Friday, and it came when the overall market was dropping. And we'll talk about why the overall market has dropped. Kazatomprom is producing even less. This will be in 2024. Their production output, they say, is going to be 10% less, and it could remove 3,500 tons from the global uranium supply. Now in 2023, next year, it's 20%. And there are a lot of reasons for this, but they have been successful at signing mid and long-term contracts. And remember, 700 million pounds of contracting is coming. Now, they did say in this that the decision to shift production from the -20 in 2023, -10% in 2024 is based on Kazatomprom's success in signing mid and long-term contracts. So those 700 million pounds that they were talking about are coming back, which is very bullish. And there are other issues that the company has with getting this uranium out possibly. So that's always something on the table there that we got to look at, is a lot of the supply could get hemmed up. We got the war there, we got Russia. Not only that, but the tenge is going down, inflation's rising to record percents there. So the government's having issues. So Kazatomprom, very bullish news. But if we want to go look really quickly, I told you, Nasdaq stocks, these are the top uranium stocks in 1 year. So what's going to happen? Also comment below, this will be another one, your like number, and tell me if you think that this fall refueling is actually going to cause the new leg up, like a lot higher uranium prices. And if not, give me a reason why. I want to know. All bullish and bearish comments are welcome. So this in the past year, we've got 6% top 25 uranium stocks to 133% since Sput 1 year, right? Well, look at Nasdaq. These are people's 401ks. This is the overall market. This is today. So -43% to -89%. These are the top stocks in the Nasdaq. These are the biggest stocks in the world, and they're down that much. And if you see where we're at on the Nasdaq, we've recovered a pretty good amount. So we are in a crazy place in the overall market, but uranium stocks have done phenomenal in the past year. And we're on that next leg up. Now, uranium prices, I put this out last year, are up 51%. I put this out March 26, 2021. And I said that in the 2010 uranium bull market, Sprott did an 80% run, spot uranium, right? And it went in less than 7 months. It went from May 2010 to January 2011. And they did that 80% run. Well, I said that Sprott coming into the market, which Sprott had not even came in yet. I said when they do, it's likely they're going to do the same run. And this is why. They had the largest volume in spot back then. Mostly were investors, these investors buying uranium. 43 million pounds worth. Well, Sprott Physical Uranium has 57 million pounds in the last year that they have in uranium. These are some of the red things, were bearish things that happened in the market. Fukushima, China's assessment on licensing their plants, issues. Germany shut down 7 reactors. Megaton to megawatts overhang. 20 million pounds of Russian U-308 was in the market. And then we had the largest spot volume, and it ran up. But obviously Fukushima and everything, all that ended the run. And these long-term contracts were happening at then. Now, we've already heard from Kazatomprom that that's happening. And I said this was likely to happen. And guess what? It did, and they broke that record. Now, I don't know the future, but I use things in probabilities. I done really well in stock trading because of that. And I see the same thing happening not only with Sprott buying in, but we have this overfeeding coming in this year on this next leg up. So we're still at 51% since then. And uranium stocks, I just showed you, are up since just Sprott Physical Uranium's trust listing. And we already beat that 80% record, okay, last this last spring. So we beat that already. Now it's came back down. We're 49, 50 bucks, you know, but long-term contracts are coming in. So this is my pep talk to you. I've been saying this from the beginning. People laughed at me. Yet, what is it? Uranium's up 51%. And what else? Most of the energy commodities, look at these record highs. Year over year, that's 1 year. Look at them, 500%. There's an energy crisis going on. They need nuclear power. They need uranium. These long-term contracts are coming back in. And if you see here, I just tweeted this. Everyone seems to be off today because I'll show you some polls. Now, a lot of people don't understand what record volume's coming. 700 million pounds. This is Kazatomprom saying this. And you can see that 2010 run here. Look how many 250 million pounds of U3O8 was contracted in the long term. And the spot market had that record volume 2009, 2010 here. And we beat that this year in 2020, last year, 2021. So 2022, if we get any of this, which we are up on this. Kazatomprom just said it. Long-term contracting is coming, 700 million pounds. If we get any of this and all of it is front run, like we get a lot of contracting on the front end, medium and long term, we're going to see record prices. Because look what happens. Record prices, okay? This is likely where we're at right now with, if that happens, 2005, that 2005 to 2006, boom, look where it runs up. We see the spot price run up. With inflation, this is likely to go up a lot higher. We not only have utilities coming in, we have the producers, we have traders, Sprott Physical Uranium Trust, 57 million pounds last year. Processors, we're going to have that overfeeding coming in where they're going to knock out the secondary supply. We're going to have, obviously, other investors and traders. Sprott is the biggest investor, obviously, right now. But those traders, those are the ones that have been pushing it down likely. 100,000 pounds here, 100,000 pounds there, dropping it. We're going to see massive contracting coming. And Kazatomprom has said this. Now, I asked you guys in a poll, and a lot of people seem to be off today. I just ran this, but still 333 voted. Long-term holding is what most of you do. 69%. There's that 69%, as I thought most people would be, which is still cool. Like long-term holding, if you're in, most people that follow me probably got in a couple years ago. They're doing well. Y'all are doing great if you held. I sold at the last peak, and I will buy back, and I will day and swing trade this. Now, a lot of you, this is really, very small percentage. Still day and swing trading if you're, out of the 333. And a lot of you are cash. So if you add these up, cash, day trading, swing trading, it's still a very small amount. And when these long-term contracting cases come in, we're probably going to see big runs. So there'll be way more day and swing traders coming back into this. But it is kind of nice to see you guys are, long-term holders. The thesis is there. And I'm still bullish on this. I'm still bullish on uranium. It really sucks. We'll look at the stocks today. It totally obliterated the cup and handle charts. Totally obliterated. But we're in this really, really weird area in the markets, and it's that calm before the storm. Now, the update on the resolution, a lot of you asked what a resolution is. It's pretty simple. These are going to go to these two committees, okay? The House of Energy and Commerce and the House of Armed Services, this is a very odd one that they sent it to. But more eyes will see this, and this is what we wanted. We wanted more eyes to see this, and they're going to get to hear all these facts in the summary of why uranium is going to need to be a critical mineral and all these other things. So it is very, very nice. We already see the 14 co-sponsors, but that's the update on that. That's where it's going to be. But a resolution, very fast. You see, all it has to do is be agreed in the House. Once it's released from the committees, then the House will vote on it, which, look at it. There's already 14. And I have a good idea that this will be voted on and passed pretty soon. So this is what I was talking about yesterday. So this is really awesome that it's actually HR 8723. This is to amend the Energy Act. This is what it actually is, to require the Secretary of Energy to establish a program to accelerate the availability of HALEU in the United States and make HALEU uranium produced from Department of Energy inventories available for use in advanced nuclear reactors and for other purposes. So there's a lot of, in this bill, it's actually a related bill, and they haven't had this on here yet, updated. Senator Brasso has the same bill, exactly the same. Now this spurs uranium production and enrichment in the US. A lot of funds will be able to be pulled from all over to go to this enrichment and uranium production as well. And it'll help them get, these US producers, it'll help them get permitting as well. It basically brings a lot of the government's eyes to this. Both of these do. So that's the update on that. And a lot of you think that it will pass. So some of you don't. But also, let me know in the comments below, do you think that these are going to pass? Does this sound like the government would go against us? Why would they? We need this. There's an energy crisis going on. But these two committees, it's also going to the House of Science, Space and Technology, which is another odd one. And obviously Energy and Commerce, that's pretty normal. But this one, that's kind of odd. I haven't seen them do that in a while. Now, if we're looking at uranium stocks, I just told you, this is Since Sput. It knocked out a lot of our gains, in the past month, right? But these uranium stocks are still up. They're still up since the last year. And I would way rather be in uranium stocks if I was holding long-term, like a lot of you obviously are, than the overall market. Because the overall market you saw down, some of them 90%, 70 to 90%. These are the biggest stocks in the world, right? So uranium stocks today, it's just, they got obliterated. The cup and handle chart is totally obliterated. Now, it doesn't mean that it can't come back, because we see uranium stocks, they defy every law in the stock market, technically wise. They'll break out sometimes 100% in a week. They have. And that's really what I've been saying for multiple years, that these are going to do that. Now, is Sprott Physical Uranium Trust, as well as everyone else, going to be getting these record buying volumes again? So there's a uranium symposium, nuclear fuel symposium this October and September, October. So we're going to see probably a lot more buying right after that. That's usually the way it works. We've seen the charts. We know that that's usually what happens. Now, Sprott, they have the 57 million pounds. If they do double this and go to 100 million pounds, it's going to get crazy. And most people don't think that there's 50 million pounds in the spot market available that won't be sold under $100. That if there is anything else, if they bring out 50 million, if they pull it out and everyone else does, it's going to go over 100 very quickly. Now, this is the overall stock market today.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
And pretty much health is the only thing, some of the bigger stocks that were up today as far as the overall market. And everything got dragged down. The $1 trillion market cap crazy stocks, they're down a few percent. So, what can you say? So we are literally right on that trend line. I've kept this trend line for you guys for the past couple of years, right? UEC. And what I've been saying is the only way right now really to make money in this market is day and swing trading uranium stocks. Like if you want to make money, 7% down today, a lot of these, look at this. UR Energy down 6%. We're also seeing Energy Fuels 6%, just bouncing around here. Now, it's not like there's record volume in the selling going on right now. It's still not very nice to see such a big drop. And I should have sold on both of these day and swing trading, but I was like, you know what? There's a lot of things going on. Catalyst, the Nasdaq's starting to go back up. And really the Nasdaq doesn't look horrible. Like if you look at since January, it's had a pretty good run, but the pullback is not like crazy. The pullback on uranium stocks though, a lot more crazy. Just a gap down, And Cameco, Cameco is the exact same. Cameco, it's just all uranium, but uranium prices are still at $50. So this tells me, it's just a few sellers really pushing it down. It's not like, I don't think necessarily the major institutions are selling everything. Now they could be, that could be a reason why we've seen this right here, look at that big volume. I think a lot of this was because the REEs on Energy Fuels, a lot of investors want them to concentrate on uranium. Same thing here. Pretty big volume. It's probably what happened. Also, with the deal going through, I've been checking the SEC website. Nothing totally yet on it passing, but it'll probably be UEX. You can check cedar.com there and you can see if anything happens there. Nothing yet, but I'm sure by next week we'll know if it closed, and it looks very well like it would. Now, UEC, that's where the money is. $1 in the stock move within, a week's time. It's pretty insane. That's why I traded this stock, day and swing trading this stock, February, March, and April, almost daily. Now, in the past month or two, I haven't really done any day and swing trades. I've just been holding that UEC position, it sucks seeing those great gains go away. Like I said, last couple videos, selling here, I was going to do it. That's what my normal plan would have been because I'm day and swing trading, going back to 100% cash. But, that's just the risk you take. Being break even on the stock right now is like, I see long term, just like a lot of you, 69% of you are going to just hold these stocks. Long term, yeah, this stock is going to do very well. Right now, we've had that pullback. We're right on that trend line. A lot of these day and swing traders probably sold out here thinking that all the bullish news that we've had with these stocks, that they would break out. So they'll probably come back, but I'm still holding. I haven't sold this position yet. And when we get the next breakout, which very well could be at any point with the way these markets are, then I probably will sell, but I'll buy back in. I'll just day and swing trade it from that. But I mean, if other things change, if we get some crazy long-term contracting come in, then we're going to see record volume in all these uranium stocks. But I mean, look, Cameco's down 7%. I mean, what can you say? Like when the biggest uranium stock that trades, you know, in the markets in the US is down that much and the overall market is down close to 2% on a Friday, what can you do? I mean, although I am very happy that uranium is still up, we did not see uranium drop today. We didn't see traders get rid of it because they know what's coming. They know that that fall refueling cycle is coming. They know that there's going to be record buying volumes in the spot market and the long-term market. Kazatomprom literally just said it. So you guys, thank you so much for watching the end of the video. Give me your like number below and tell me, are you day and swing trading uranium? Are you a long-term holder as of today now? Or are you 100% cash? Are we going to see record buying volumes in the spot market or long-term coming up? Just as Kazatomprom said, these long-term contracts are coming. They're doing very well. That's why they're going actually to produce a little bit more, but it's still a deficit. It's still millions and millions of pounds. And if you look on the charts, you can see that it is going to be a very tight supply in the next year for uranium. So guys, thank you so much and stay positive out there, guys. Fall's coming. Relax. And uranium stocks are up 6 to 133% in 1 year. So it's very likely they do another big run again. And if you guys want to day and swing trade with me on these next moves, as I call surf the next moves, then check out my Discord in the link in the description below. And if you guys are long-term holding, it will benefit you as well. There's a lot of new, very big things that I've added that helps you research uranium, pulls data from around the web, and there's a lot of very smart people in there as well. And remember, information and speed is everything in this market.